Hi everyone, welcome back to Frenchies Bakery. Today we are going to be making Mike's birthday cake. It is going to be so incredibly epic and just over the top. It's not going to be a cake that looks like something, but it is going to be so tasty and everything he's ever dreamed of. So I am wearing my apron because we are going to be getting a little messy. Not really, but we're going to be, using a bunch of different bowls and mixers. So I decided to just throw on this cute little Frenchie apron that my mom got me like a million Christmases ago. So this cake is going to be absolutely scrumptious. Mike is not the hugest fan of cake. I mean, he loves it, like he'll eat it, but he's not like obsessed with it. He would rather eat the icing. So I was trying to think of things that like he would just absolutely love, and something that he's really been into lately is mousse. So whenever I make a mousse filling for a cake order and I have some left over in a bowl, he would just eat it by the globful. I mean, I will too, it's really, really yummy, but he is just obsessed with it. And if we go on like a cruise or any type of vacation or out to eat, he always orders like a type of mousse dessert. He's really into that lately. And he gets stuff like a Giant whenever we go to the grocery store that is already pre-made at the bakery, and it has, just like little mousse cups. He just really, really loves that. And he also loves brownies. So this is going to have the base of a brownie, ooey gooey, yummy, 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 because he really loves ooey gooey brownies. And the middle layer is going to be peanut butter. By the way, he loves chocolate and peanut butter. I was gonna make him a chocolate peanut butter cake, but like I said, I wanted to make things like really creative, fun, pretty, yummy. So he loves chocolate peanut butter. So the middle is gonna be peanut butter with chocolate peanut butter chips in it and everything. It's gonna be so good. And then the top is gonna be chocolate mousse, and then we're gonna have some chocolate whipped cream out on the sides to ice it. And it's just going to be so gorgeous because it's going to be a layered cake, which makes it really, really pretty whenever you cut into it. It's gonna take a little while. It's not hard at all, but the steps are gonna take a little bit because we're gonna be using gelatin, so you have to wait for that to form. It takes like 5 minutes. That's not that long, but you have to wait on it, And then you also have to pop the cake, each layer that you make, into the fridge until it stiffens up so you can build it. That's kind of how like a layered cake goes, and you have to wait for like the mousse to form and everything. So it's just gonna take a little bit of time, and I'm kind of a little bit nervous that I'm not gonna be able to finish it in time because we have to be at dinner at 6 o'clock. My dad is making a homemade meal for Mike. His favorite meal is spaghetti. So my dad's gonna make some homemade spaghetti with some homemade meatballs, and it is going to be so good. So I hope I can finish this cake so we can have an incredible dessert afterwards. So I'm really excited. Mike's birthday isn't until tomorrow, but I figured since we're going to a really nice dinner, we should have a really nice cake. And then tomorrow we can just do whatever the heck he wants. We can sit on the couch and watch movies and just eat McDonald's, which I'm sure is what we will do. Or we can go do something fun. I don't know, it's totally up to him. I'm letting him choose everything this year. Normally I have like a surprise plan, but this year I think we are just going to do exactly what he wants. I actually do have a teeny tiny little surprise for him in the morning, and I will be putting it up on our vlog channel. So if you want to see that, go ahead and check that out. I'm really excited about it. So I need to stop blabbing because I need to finish this cake. So I'm going to zoom the camera in and show you guys our first few steps. Alright, so the first thing we are going to do is fill up our 9-inch baking pan, and you want to have one of the ones that you can clip open. You can seriously get these anywhere. You can find them at Hobby Lobby, Marshall's. They're at all those little stores. You can get them at your local grocery stores. Seriously, you can get these anywhere. Amazon, whatever. You also can use a regular baking pan, but this just makes it a lot easier to be able to pop it open, and that's what you really want to use whenever you do layered cakes and stuff, because it makes it super, super easy to get out whenever you are ready to put it on a nice little cake stand for whatever event you are having the cake for. So I have some brownie mix in here. I just use some regular Betty Crocker's cake mix, and it's just a regular 18 by 3 ounce box, and you just want to use the directions on the back and put it in this 9-inch cake pan and pop it in the oven for however long it directs you to. And then we are going to let it cool completely, flip it out of the cake pan, put it back in once it's cooled completely so we can start the layering processes with all of the other layers. So I'm going to pop this in the oven and let it bake. All right, now we are moving on to the peanut butter mousse. So in a small bowl here, you want to have 1.5 tablespoons of water, just regular temperature or cold. And then you're going to add in 1.5 tablespoons of powdered gelatin. Just sprinkle it over the top and let it sit for about 5 minutes So we're just gonna let this sit here and thicken up. And then here we have 3/4 cups of heavy whipping cream, and we are just going to put this in the microwave until it is fully bubbling, and we are going to add our gelatin into it and mix it up until it is fully dissolved. And then once all of that is dissolved, we are then going to pour it over top of 9 ounces of these peanut butter chips, and we are just going to mix it until it becomes nice and smooth. And then we're gonna set that aside for about 5 minutes to cool off, and we will move on to the next step where we use the rest of our heavy whipping cream. We are just about to finish our peanut butter mousse. The last few steps we are going to take in our KitchenAid mixer or whatever mixer you have. So I have 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream in here, and we're just going to mix this until it becomes nice and thick. And then we're going to add in 1/4 cup of powdered sugar and mix it until it becomes really stiff. And we will finish the rest on the island because we have to add it into our peanut butter mixture, which is cooling. So make sure that you are cooling that. So I'm just gonna whip this up and get it to a stiff peak. All right, so now we are going to add in our whipped cream into the peanut butter mixture. So I'm going to add in just a little spoonful here and then just fold it in until it completely dissolves. And then I will add in the rest and just keep on folding it until it is all incorporated. All right, so once your brownie is cooled completely, we can then add on our peanut butter layer. So let me actually grab the Reese's peanut butter cups. I just went out and got them, sorry. They're still in the bag. So we're gonna be using some mini peanut butter cups. So we are just going to crumble up some peanut butter cups and put them right on top of the brownie. And then we are going to add on our peanut butter mousse and just put it in the fridge while we work on our next layer, which is going to be the chocolate mousse. So make sure you have some clean hands for this and just crumble away. We're gonna do the same steps for the chocolate mousse as we did with the peanut butter mousse. So I have 3/4 cup of heavy whipping cream here, and I just put it in the microwave until it was bubbling. And then I have my gelatin here, which was 1.5 teaspoons of gelatin with 1.5 tablespoons of water. And we are just going to mix this up until the gelatin dissolves. And then I have 9 ounces of chocolate chips here. And we're just going to pour this heavy whipping cream with the gelatin in it over the chocolate chips and stir it until the chocolate is fully smooth. So it's kind of like we're making ganache here. This is kind of the same steps. So we're just going to stir this around until it's fully smooth and then let it sit for about 5 minutes. So it becomes cool whenever we add in the whipped cream, which we will be doing next. So we will head over to the mixer as soon as this is nice and smooth. The steps with the mixer is going to be the exact same as well. So we have 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream in here. We're gonna whip it up until it becomes a little thick and then add in our 1/4 cup of powdered sugar, whip it until it becomes a stiff peak, and then we're going to take it over to our counter and add it into our semi-sweet chocolate mixture and just fold it in until it is all incorporated. now for our final layer of mousse before our icing. So we're just going to put this right on top of the peanut butter, smooth it out nice and evenly, and pop it in the fridge for about 2 to 3 hours. And then we will start to ice the outside of the cake. So now we are going to make our frosting, which is going to be like a chocolate whipped cream kind of thing, just a really light icing on the outside. So we are going to start off with 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream, and we are just going to mix that until it becomes a little bit thick. And then we're going to add in 1/2 cup of powdered sugar and 1/2 cup of cocoa powder. So I'm going to be using this cocoa powder here. It's a nice gourmet cocoa powder, but if you have Hershey's, that works just as well. And then we are going to mix that until it becomes really thick and a stiff peak, and then we will ice our cake. And it's just as simple as that. So I'm going to pop the cake out of the pan and then put it on a nice little cake stand, and then we will get to icing it once we make this nice little whipped cream here. Guys, just like that, Mike's special birthday cake is finished. I cannot wait to have this tonight. It looks scrumptious. I think I'm actually gonna add a little bit of ganache on the top just to, you know, finish it off, because with my peanut butter, my famous, world famous chocolate peanut butter cakes, I always add ganache on the top. So I might just drizzle a little bit over the top because I do have a little bit sitting in the fridge from a cake that I did a few days ago. So I'm really excited about this. I think he's gonna freak out. I'm super excited. I'm ready to dive in. I'm ready to have some homemade spaghetti, and I'm ready to just have a really nice night and day tomorrow with Mike for his birthday. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. Bye.